Another clear blue sky in Hawke's Bay, and more to follow in the coming weeks. The region has been breaking records. It hasn't been this affected by a drought for as long as anyone can remember.
The lowest river flow levels, we've got the driest 6-month accumulated rainfall records.
Mike Barham is the Hawke's Bay Rural Support Trust coordinator. He's dealing directly with farmers.
They'd be untrue if they didn't say they weren't stressed, but there's a big difference between stressed and depression. Stressed is actually quite a positive thing in a short period. It keeps you on your toes and it makes you concentrate on the job at hand. But if that is exasperated over a long time, cracks will start to show. And I've had 2 people this week where those cracks have started to show. We've got to get them help.
He says what makes this drought so bad is a combination of factors, some of which are unprecedented.
Yeah, we had a poor spring, so we didn't carry much feed in. Compounding that, we can often get our stock away into other areas should we get short. This year we've got the whole North Island being short of feed. Also, we've got the fact where we can normally buy in supplements. The whole North Island again is gobbling those up. So, and thirdly, we don't have, well, there is an option to downsell stock, but because everybody is dry in the North Island, the stock prices are very low.
Looking down out onto the plains here in the Hawke's Bay, and it's obvious just how desperate farmers must be for stock feed. There are 85 dairy farms in the region. Of those, 16 have irrigation, but only 3 are allowed water takes because the rivers are so low. Feed is coming up by the boatload from Canterbury, but it's running out. If and when it runs out is a question Federated Farmers President Bruce Wills says is almost too scary to ask.
Oh, listen, this could become a really serious situation. We don't know, because I guess every day is a day closer to rain, and if we get rain in the next few weeks, many of us will get through winter okay, because we will get some growth. But if we don't, we've got a whole heap of animals in the North Island here, which we're struggling to feed. The entire North Island, as you know, is currently in drought zone. And the facts are, we've shifted 1.5 million head of stock across the strait. We're killing as fast as we can in the North Island here. We're bringing in as much feed from everywhere we can. We've got boatloads of PKE coming from Malaysia. We're doing everything we possibly can, but the feed levels are still dropping.
And it's not only stock feed falling to alarmingly low levels, but on-farm dams as well.
You know, some of those dams are well-established dams. They're riding their dams 2-3 times a day at the moment, keeping stock out of them. So, you know, rescuing stock that are getting stuck around the edges.
Mike Barham says farmers are faced daily with the decision of whether to destock or whether to buy more feed. He's advising farmers to buy more feed if they can.
Data tells us our lambing percentage will be back about 25% due to the live weight of the ewes going to the ram. We know that a lot of stock of lambs have gone to the South Island. We know there's a shortage of cattle. So any animals got through this winter will be gold in the spring.
Bruce Wills says whatever decision you make, don't leave it too late.
Listen, make decisions. You've got to make decisions and get stuff done. Some of them are hard. I'm selling capital ewes next week. That's the last thing we want to do. But you've got to do those feed budgets, and if the hard decisions need to be made, don't put them off, because we don't know when it's going to rain.
On David Hunt's farm near Hastings, there's a tinge of green from the 40 mils of rain it received over a week ago. It's an encouraging sight, but not an encouraging development if there's no follow-up rain.
Bull farm, it's clear, you sell, you don't buy feed to feed a bull, you dispose of them. Dairy farm, you don't have that option, so you have to buy feed. So once you've used the feed that you got, then you really have to seek out other alternatives.
He makes decisions now a lot better than he did in the 07-08 drought when he sunk into depression. His message is to get help if you feel like you're starting to need it.
You know, you've got to go and seek medical advice. But talk to someone, talk to anybody, talk to your wife, your best friend, your neighbour, someone at the pub. Get the conversation going, because when you get the conversation going, you find out that you're not on your own. And I just ask people to look over the fence and see how their neighbours are.
John Watson in Hawke's Bay for the Daily Report.